In 2020, the landscape of sport has looked dramatically different. But tonight, the International Swimming League invites the world to dive back in. For these world-class athletes, the pool is a sacred spot. It's where grit and determination meets passion. It's about pushing the body to new limits. And above all else, it's about speed.
This is going to be who can dig the deepest. What a race.
That is a new world record! There are more teams, more events. The superstars are ready.
Wow, what a finish.
Welcome to ISL 2020.
What is the International Swim League? The International Swim League is a swimming competition that began in 2019 that features the following 10 teams: the California Condors, the New York Breakers, the DC Trident, LA Current, Aqua Centurions, Energy Standard, Iron, London Roar, and 2 new teams for ISL 2020, the Toronto Titans and Tokyo Frog Kings. Essentially, the ISL works much like a dual meet, except it happens over multiple weeks, and instead of 2 teams competing against each other at once, it's 4. For each team, they're awarded an equal amount of meets to compete at. At the end of the regular season, whichever team has scored the most points, that being 4 for the team that wins a meet, 3 for second place at a meet, 2 for third place at a meet, and 1 for fourth, the top 8 teams advance to the semifinals, with the 9th and 10th place teams being eliminated. The top 2 teams from each semifinal go on to compete at the final. Day 1 of every meet features the following event schedule: 100 butterfly, 200 backstroke, 200 breaststroke, 400 free relay for women, and then a break. 50 freestyle, 200 IM, 50 breaststroke, 400 free relay for men, and a break. Then the 50 backstroke, 400 freestyle, and the 4x100 medley relay at the conclusion of the day's meet. However, what's interesting that was added in 2020 about the 4x100 medley relay is that the winners of the 4x100 medley relay for men and women get to determine what the skins race will be on the following day, and we'll get to the skins race in just a second. Day 2 has the 100 freestyle, 200 freestyle, 100 backstroke, and 100 IM, and then a break. 200 freestyle, 50 butterfly, 100 breaststroke, 4x100 mixed free relay, and then a break. 400 IM, followed by the 50 meter skins race. The skins race is essentially a competition comprised of 3 rounds for the men and the women. The women go first, and they have 3 rounds. In the first round is 8 swimmers. The top 4 swimmers from that race 2 minutes later will compete in the second round. The top 2 swimmers from that second round race will 2 minutes later compete in the final being a head-to-head competition. The skins race is also, most importantly, worth triple points compared to the rest of the races, while the relays are worth double, and the individual races are worth the amount of points allotted right here. Another interesting addition, but somewhat controversial depending on who you ask, into ISL 2020 is the Jackpot points. This essentially means that if a swimmer finishes a certain position or a certain amount of time behind first place, their points are taken away and given to the first place swimmer. So in the 50 freestyle, if the first place swimmer finishes 0.85 of a second ahead of everyone else, the people who finished more than 0.85 seconds behind first place, their points are taken away and given to first place. This means that they don't lose points necessarily, there's no penalty to their team, they just don't gain any points for that particular race. The following list of times you see in front of you are the cutoff times. If a swimmer finishes slower than these cutoff times, the penalty is their points are taken away. If a swimmer finishes in 8th place and finishes in a time of 22.50 seconds in the 50 freestyle for men, the 1 point that they would have earned is taken away. Now, this also results in a penalty 1 point for their team. If their point is jackpotted away by the first place swimmer, then they still receive that penalty 1 point, but they never gained a point to lose and begin with. I hope this video has helped explain a little bit about what the International Swim League is. Obviously, it's still very new, and it'll change over time, and they'll add new things and take away new things. ISL 2020 was already changed a lot by the pandemic and COVID-19, because initially there was a plan to be 22 meets instead of the 10 regular season ones that there was this year, and then 2 semifinals and the final. If you have any other questions about what exactly the ISL is and how else I can help explain it, leave a comment down below. Assuming people actually watch this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I want to post more swimming content in the future.